Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa, and I was just moved to come on and share about my experience with tarot, however you want to say it, tarot cards. And, I was first introduced to them about, let me see, I'm 48 now, 6 years ago. Okay. I had no idea that YouTube had like this whole, there's like there's like thousands of tarot card readers on YouTube. It's wild, okay? And there's many tarot card readers with like 500,000 followers, 200,000 followers, and I had no freaking idea, okay? Um, so anyway, about 6 years ago, I woke up, okay? I didn't know that I was waking up, and I don't even like using that because it's like, what does that really mean? Okay, there's lots of spiritual people. You see all these spiritual people, but you know, just because somebody reads tarot or does yoga or is vegan, um, or like whatever, does something spiritual doesn't mean that they're woke. Okay, because um, for me, being awake was I got the awareness that the reality that I see isn't like there's a lot more to it. Okay. Like this isn't just it. This is just kind of, um, I had only been seeing, I didn't know that I could see so much more, I'll just put it like that. For me, what woke me up was when I I ran into somebody. I was at work and this person came into my work and we locked eyes, and the second that we locked eyes, the whole floor started shaking, and I remember like having to lean back because I thought I was going to fall over. I thought we were having an earthquake, and we locked eyes like it was only like 10 seconds, whatever, maybe even 5 seconds, but until he turned the corner. So um, I just remember like it took me a second to like figure out what the hell had happened, because I thought there had been an earthquake, but I live in Florida and I was like, it didn't make sense. And I was looking around afterwards and nothing had fallen and nobody was going like, oh my God, I can't believe we had an earthquake or a tremor or whatever. So I just remember walking around my desk and going and sitting down in my chair, and I was like, I am never looking at that guy again. Okay. So um, I didn't really know what was happening. But also, it was very freaky. It was very, very real. And, I had started working this job. It was a job that brought me a lot of joy because I worked at a treatment center for drugs and alcohol, and I was a greeter. And I had just come off of I had 5 loved ones pass away in a 19-month period. So I was pretty like beaten up, okay, to say the least. And my house had just gotten robbed and I had lost everything and had to move back to live with family that I wasn't really close with at the time. Okay. It was a very, very defeating time in my life. And I have heard through other people's experiences that usually this is the kind of thing that transpires before um, you wake up, okay, before something like it can happen like that, okay. So after this whole thing happens, I just kind of like go about my life um, for a little while, and some weird things were starting to happen, just like simple things like my TV would come on in the middle of the night, and or I would hear people talking, and Um, and it was like, there was like nobody there, you know what I mean? So, um, I wasn't really, I would just kind of like blow it off. All right. Also at this time, um, because I was in such turmoil state, because you can only imagine like your state of mind after losing 5 people that were like my rocks, in a 19-month period. Like I wasn't too together. I mean, I had lost my best friends, and um, I remember talking to somebody and I was just like, I keep on praying and just have so many other things just escalate one after the other. Um, I said, I keep praying, I keep praying, I keep praying. And she was like, well, you keep praying, but when do you ever stop and listen to what God has to say? And it just like hit me like right between the eyes. It was like, oh shit, like I guess I've never really done that. And so I started meditating then. That was like 6 years ago. And I started off doing it for like 30 seconds because I was super spastic, okay? And I couldn't sit still for that long. And so I did this and for 30 seconds. And then after, a week, I added another 30 seconds. And then I'm doing it for a minute and then 5 minutes. And now I can do it for a really long time. So anyway, so I'm doing this, okay? And I'm starting to hear, things and I'm writing stuff down and um, but still not really making any connection. And then one day, a girlfriend of mine sent me a text message and she said, "Here, watch this and tell me if you think it sounds like me and her boyfriend at the time." And I was like, it was a tarot card reading. It was a YouTube video, and I was like, I text her back. I was like, they do um, YouTube readings on or they do tarot card readings on YouTube? And she was like, duh, I was like late to the party, So I watched this video. So, and then of course, like I have to see the video for my sign, So I start watching that. And then it started off just me watching my sign, just this person, I did it like, I didn't really do it obsessively or anything. Right away, but I did get obsessive, because it just started this. I had to get more information, and so I'm watching these things, and then I'm looking at other things, and just doing more research, and a lot more awarenesses started happening in my life, and big things started changing. I became even more aware of how much I needed to change. Okay. Like, and I ended up having a relationship. So this was like over the course of a year. Okay. That this, um, I'm getting all the, by the time I start watching, tarot, and then I'm watching a video, and every time I'm watching my sign, I'm an Aries. Like, so these other videos kept popping up. Like every single time it was twin flame. Okay. And I had never heard what twin flame was. I didn't know what a twin flame was. I had no desire to um, watch the video. And then one day it just kind of like it popped up, and I was like, let me see. I think because it was titled "What is a twin flame?" or "What a twin flame is," and it was a tarot card reader who was um, she may have just been discussing it before her tarot card reading or something. But anyway, she started explaining that when you meet your twin flame, um, a lot of times, like twin flames, they come from very traumatic backgrounds. Like they've had really rough childhoods, they've had a lot of traumatic events. A lot of times, you meet your twin flame right before or right after like a series of traumatic events, like deaths or things like this. And I was like, oh my god, and it's like an instant recognition. Okay, when you see this person, it's an instant recognition. All right, and anyway, but it's like it also there's also like there's huge age differences. There's, you know, differences within um, race, culture, that kind of stuff. Okay. So, and I'm realizing like, and she's saying all this stuff and these things might start happening. And I'm realizing that that moment that I had, okay, um, with that person, because after that happened, even though I distanced myself from him, okay, and both of us couldn't stop thinking about each other. Now, I only know this because after a certain amount of time, he started asking me out like every single day, and um, and I kept denying him, but I wanted to because I was very attracted to him. Like I didn't know why I was so attracted to him, and I mean he was handsome, but like it was like everything about him was just like not appropriate, okay, for me to be into him, So yeah, so anyway, I figure out he's my twin flame. So I start watching these twin flame readings, and they're doing the divine masculine, the divine feminine, okay? And how I understand that is it's a masculine energy, feminine energy, okay? We all have it within us, okay? So there's a couple of different things. Some people say that your twin flame is yourself. Your twin flame is everybody because everybody's mirroring you, and then there's like these twin flames that are romantic partners, and I would say all of that is true. Okay, so it's really like up to you and what you believe it is. This is I also what I have found and what I believe for me is that my twin flame journey has just been this was the path that I chose to experience my spiritual growth, like my soul growth, okay, through this love, because I, if I'm being completely honest, I was not a very happy child. I was very much a big dork, a big nerd in school. I didn't have very many friends, and I was very sad. I read um, like the true crime uh, section at the library, and I read poetry, and I wrote poetry, and I love to write, and I love music and dancing, and I spent hours in my room all by myself, and I'm still pretty much the same person, okay, except I don't really watch or read crime stuff anymore. Can't handle it too much because I'm too sensitive now. So, but as I'm watching these tarot videos, what I have found for me is that a lot of times they have been um, a big part of my ego deflation. Okay, because they say that tarot is a spiritual, like it can lead you to your spiritual awakening, right? It's like, so I know for me there was times that I would hear and I would think that this is my video, like this is about me, all right? This is going to happen for me. And the thing is that tarot, they're reading energy, they're pulling energy for that moment, okay? And they're telling the story. And energy is fluid, so it's like you don't really know. You just kind of have to use your own discernment and figure out where you are, okay? But the ego, I'll keep it on me, okay? Because I don't like to tell people how they feel or who they are or whatever. I will strongly encourage you to just, you know, decide for yourself. But for me, my ego would say that is me, that is me, and then the situation would play out, but I would be a different part of it than I expected. Okay, and that would be a, um, something a lesson I would have to swallow. Okay, and big ego deflation. Okay. Anytime I'm in pain, anytime I'm like going through something that I personally do, and I didn't just make this up, it was told to me by somebody else, is I asked to see my lesson so that I can move through it quicker. Okay. So I can understand it and hopefully not repeat it. Now, I'm not usually that smart. I usually have to repeat my lessons. Okay. And, but the thing is that every time I experience it, I respond to it better and better. Okay, so where something when it first happened to me, it could devastate me and leave me in depression for months at a time, and then after a few times, it's I'm I'm bouncing back quicker because I'm going to God first. I'm going to my meditation. I'm doing positive things rather than staying. Did you guys see that? Uh, rather than staying uh, like in bed, crying or overeating, because that's something that I would do. I so less and less. I start responding uh, to this heartache uh, in a less abusive way towards myself. Okay, because Tarot for me has been about my spiritual growth, my soul growth, healing myself, becoming balanced with who I am, control, like not controlling, but balancing my masculine and my feminine within me, meaning learning how to be self-sufficient, okay, while also remaining loving and nurturing, okay. Um, I've learned to, I've also done like a lot of therapy, and, I've done, 12-step programs, and, because I just, I told you before, when I was younger, I used to drink and do a lot of drugs and stuff. But it's just been this journey, this process. I've done a lot of things, and then Tarot just brought me deeper, okay? And meditation opened me up to hear my own guidance, to hear my own guides, connected me even deeper to uh, my higher power, who I choose to call God. I've also, gone down like an even deeper path because of Tarot. It's like uh, because you do get messages, and what it allowed me to do was it took me to a place where I started doing research, okay? Because any good spiritual teacher that you're hearing on YouTube or wherever, hopefully they'll encourage you to do your own research and decide for yourself, but a lot you could think. And another thing is that with Tarot, because it's energy, it doesn't mean that it's like it could be picking up um, energy from your past life. It can be picking up energy that hasn't happened yet. It could be picking up energy from 2 months before, and it's really, you just have to. I know for me that I've learned to take the messages but hear it from a detached point of view now. Okay, but that was a process because I used to get triggered by tarot card readers, and just the whole 9 yards, and then like having a scenario play out, and then realizing like I'm not the one that's getting the good stuff. I'm the one that's like getting shit on. It's like um, that was hard to swallow, or to even realize like I'm the one that's like the problem. It's like that was even harder to swallow. Okay, but what it did was um, Tarot has made me continue to dig deeper and look at my flaws and face them and accept them. Okay, because part of becoming in balance with my masculine and feminine is embracing both my light side and my dark side. Okay, because um, I'm made up of both, right? So, you know, I have when I 6 years ago when I first woke up, I was um, a single woman. I was I was pretty freaking like I wore big high heels, sexy. I was just this sexy woman. I had big hair, wasn't pink, and I dressed sexy, and that was like who I portrayed myself to be because obviously, for me, what I found out was that I had like no self-worth, even though I thought that I was very confident and self-sufficient. Like it turns out like as I got deeper, because that's what these tarot cards have brought to my attention is that really deep stuff, okay? That my whole life changed. My whole life has completely changed. I'm completely different. Today I understand that like such sex is sacred. I'm not just jumping into bed with anybody. Because I understand now that um, people's energy attaches to me. So who I bring into my circle is even more um, important. Like I have to. It's discernment, practicing discernment. You know, a lot of people don't look so deep. Some people don't look so deep into tarot card readings. I'm just sharing my experience with it. You know, I be after I started watching it, it was probably like within the year, maybe a year and a half, that I knew that I was supposed to um, do tarot cards. Okay, and then I started getting moved to do a channel on YouTube. And I was terrified. Nobody in my family is like me. Okay, nobody's like doing this. At least not to my knowledge. I feel like since I've started doing it, it's been accepted more. But in the beginning, nobody took me serious. Nobody takes this as like I was told for a long time to get a real job, and you know, but tarot has helped me move through. Uh, and clear generational blockages, and and all that means is like just things that have been passed down. Okay, like doing one thing, like maybe your family, um, the mother's always a stay-at-home mom, and then you're the first woman to not be a mom and go get a job. So it's like breaking things like that. All right, and um, you know uh, so tarot cards and tarot card readings have um, just allowed me to dive deeper. And as a reader, I do a lot of, I have to protect my energy a lot. And I do a lot of protection rituals, and I have crystals. I work with crystals and, for protection and other things. And, um, but, you know, what they've allowed me to do is get real with myself. Okay. Um, because but see, a lot of times, yeah, like the star, a lot of times people don't want to be real with themselves. And so they'll get mad or about tarot card readings, or like even myself, like I used to get triggered, but then I would sit with it. Like, what am I, because that's what I do. Like when I get triggered, when I'm upset, when I'm crying, I'm like, what is this? Where is this coming from? And I search myself, and I ask my guides, and I meditate on it, and I write, and trying to get to the issue. Um, I love tarot card reading. There's just like with anything, there's people that, I had a tarot card reading one time, and the woman um, just, her delivery was very hurtful. And I don't read tarot cards like that. Um, what I have found is that magic is real, okay? And me, I am the magician of my life. I am their creator, like one with all, you know. I understand today that we are all one and all connected. You know, I have the other thing, tarot cards have allowed me to listen to my heart and to come out of the shell back to, they've helped me remember who I am, you know, to um, break the chains, the bondage of worrying what other people have to say about me. And I'm perfectly comfortable in my skin today, you know, and tarot has played a huge part in my spiritual growth, my soul growth. You know, I don't do typical tarot card readings. My readings are very introspective, and I feel that the reason that I'm allowed to see so deeply into somebody else's soul and their issues or their problems, or you know, and to is because I've been through so much myself. You know, um, it's an honor. It's an honor. It's a privilege to be able to connect to somebody else's energy. You know, anytime anyone asks me to do a reading for them, it's just um, I'm seriously honored. Like the fact that um, you know, I started this channel because I was moved to start this channel. You know, like I was listening to God. He told me to do it, to share my experience. Um, you know, a lot of people have been through a lot of things in their lives, and I feel like the reason why we go through these heartbreaking, devastating times and situations is so that we can learn from them, grow from them, and then teach others how to move through them, grow from them, and so on. You know what I mean? So um, it's just really a gift. You know, um, the energy recently has been crazy, you know, and a lot of people, like I'm feeling good, you know, but I've done a lot of work on myself, you know, and I know I can. I'm not saying that in a way to brag, but I feel like um, it's just because I feel like I'm supposed to help others to get grounded themselves, you know, so they can stabilize and feel confident throughout the rest of the year. Because the rest of the year is just going to be crazy. Not, I don't want to say like crazy. I'm just saying crazy like I'm kind of being dramatic, but um, there's been a lot of purging, and there's still a lot of purging going on. The whole freaking earth is purging, and it's really a beautiful experience, depending on your perspective. And that's the other thing that tarot has done for me is help me gain different perspectives, you know, because there have been a lot of things in my life where I only saw it one way, my way, and thinking that that was the only way it could be. And it has just allowed me to open up and to understand that my perspective doesn't have to be the only way, and that other people's perspectives is fine too. You know, coming to a place where I'm at peace with myself inside, and so I can allow other people to be who they are. You know, it doesn't mean that I have to hang out with them, you know, or that I do that with, you know, I don't do that. I can't do that. I don't like, I am, it's a lot for me. If I spend a day out with people, like I come home and I'm exhausted, like, because it's a lot. And I'm sure that some of you watching this are probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But, you know, I was really moved to just come on and share, because a lot of times there's this, I know for me anyway, before I started, you know, doing tarot card readings and watching them myself, you know, there's this stigma attached to it. Like it's like attached to something evil or whatever, you know, and I'm not going to deny that, you know, there are people that, you know, do spells and do it, whatever, work with dark magic. You know, don't do that. You know, I know that it's very real. You know, but I don't. I I don't mess with that. That's not my thing. I don't, I don't, they can do what they want to do. I personally don't mess with that. But for the most part, I feel like the whole reason I was moved to share this was, wow, this has been 30 minutes, was because to soften the view and to help, um, it can be whatever, it can be your pathway to change, to be a better person, to back to who you were. I mean, I have started living from my heart, and it's just allowed me to be free, um, and slowly unravel from being so caught up in what everybody else is thinking and doing and saying, and um, I don't care anymore. The only person I can change is myself. And a long time ago, somebody told me, Lisa, the sooner you learn to mind your own damn business, the easier your life is going to be. And that was true. And I happen to have so much more time. I have a blast with my kids, and you know, this journey is wild. It will challenge your sanity. Okay, it'll take you places where I've like done all this stuff like astro travel and just, but that's a video for another time. Okay, but this is just about tarot, and I just would love, yeah, I'm hearing soften the blow. It's like it's not. And the other thing is that, like I was saying, like tarot is just energy. It's like the energy picked up in that moment, and it could be for, I honestly feel like you see a reading when you're supposed to see the reading. Okay. But if you don't like something that you hear, you could change it. It's like you can hear something happening, so like, oh shit, let me freaking get my shit together so that doesn't happen. So it's like when you get triggered, at least that's how I started looking at it when I would get triggered by tarot card readings. So now, I'm at a place where it's like, I don't, I can watch it and be detached. So, and I don't really watch too many, but I do still watch them, because, some tarot card readers are just amazing to listen to. And they're a lot of fun. But anyway, I can't believe that it was 33 minutes. And but I was really moved to just come on and share with you guys, and hopefully that like just gives you a little bit of insight of how I look at things, and what tarot has meant for me. I have very um, I mean, I'm obsessed with my tarot cards. I have very special connection with every deck that I own. And they speak to me, and um, it's a very beautiful experience. And so if you've never had a tarot card reading, don't be afraid, you know, but you'll know when you're ready to have one. And in the meantime, just enjoy the ride and embrace your lessons. That's the way that I have moved through my spiritual growth, my soul growth, my work that I've had to do. Um, is just, I've learned to not take myself so serious. And I ask for my lesson, as soon as I can. And, you're not going to get it right the first time. At least I didn't. I'll keep it on me. Like I said, um, I didn't get it right the first time. I don't get anything right the first time. And I haven't perfected anything as of yet. I am still an imperfect person. But I've learned to, through this process of practice, um, I've just learned to accept myself and be where I'm at. And I mean, it's not just from listening to tarot card readings, or doing my own reading. I've had to do a lot of inner work. You know, I literally review my behavior on a daily basis with a fine tooth comb, and uh, you know, I meditate and I take action to change behavior where I see I need to change it. You know, so that I start responding and reacting differently to different situations in my life. So it can be a really beautiful experience if you let it. And I just want to let you guys know to enjoy the ride and have fun. You know, this is a time of life that it's like you can either stay down or really freaking get on, yeah, the magic carpet ride and enjoy the magic, because you are the magician of your life. You are the creator. If you believe it, that's all you just have to believe. Believe in the magic. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great night. I'm sorry this is so long. I appreciate anybody who lasted this long to listen. Bye.